Welcome back, everybody. My name is All Funny Games. I stream every day on Twitch TV, and I also make fun little videos on YouTube. Now, have you ever traveled into the caves and you're wondering how the hell do I get around and where the wormholes at in the caves? Well, they are known as a big tentacle, and this is something that, of course, you can travel around with, but it's not as easy as you normally would expect it to be. So let's go ahead and give ourselves a little bit of armor and a little bit of something to attack it with, shall we? Okay, well, I'm going to walk over here and I'm going to walk into this thing and I'm going to decide that I wanted to attack it. Before I do this, feel free to join my Discord and game with me anytime. My servers are always open no matter what game I'm playing. Well, I'm going to go ahead and attack it. Maybe not, as they release multiple little tiny baby tentacles that decide to attack you as well. Well, there's a few ways around this. Of course, if you were playing as Wendy and you had Abigail around, it'd be a little bit easier to kind of go through. If you're using Hutch, you can turn Hutch into another formation, which I will showcase in another video as well. But let's talk about an easier way to do this. If you've watched my previous videos, you know how much I love Bramble Husks, one of the best armors in the game, and of course I love Wormwood. But at the same time, if you don't have Bramble Husk, there are other alternatives, which I will showcase in the video right after this one. Anyways, let's talk about Bramble Husks. So, equipping the Bramble Husk and walking over to the tentacles, now I don't feel as unsafe as before. Still, will I take a little bit of damage? I'm sure of it, but let's go ahead and decide that we want to open this up. In order to get through the wormholes, you do have to destroy the tentacle, and once you go through there, the other side will actually be open up completely, and you'll be able to teleport essentially inside of the caves. Except, you don't really know where these things go, so just be a little cautious. As I approach the tentacle and I decide to attack, well, I'm a little bit less worried than before, as I'm essentially just going to keep attacking, and not have to worry. My none other than trusty Bramble Husk is now basically doing everything I need for me, and there we go. It's just that easy. I only used 4% of it, and I've also only lost 5 HP. Not too bad by getting hit with a ton of tentacles. And as I teleport over, as I use the wormhole to go into the next area, well, here I am. And yeah, so that is essentially how you're going to do it. And same thing, rinse and repeat. You find another big tentacle, go ahead and attack it. And guess what? I'm not as worried to go through this thing, and of course we got some other friends on the way too, none other than a little bit of bunnies, which I probably should actually let them die, but this is a test world, so I don't really care. And jumping back in there, let's find out how much I've actually lost from doing so. We've only used another 5%, and we lost about 7 HP. So, or 8 HP I should say. So there it is. It's just that easy. Bramble Husk armor is probably one of the best armors in Don't Starve Together. I talk about it all the time because it has so much utility. And yes, it does more and more things than this. And as I mentioned before, when it gets down to 10%, what do? Use it for picking cactus for the rest of the time. But anyways, I just want to showcase how to actually get through the big slimy pits where the big tentacles reside. And that is how you do it. And there's also other ways to do it as well. But let's just focus on one thing at a time, shall we? Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.